Welcome to this week's edition of HavenFootball.net's Play the Game. Play of the Game is brought to you by the Swarthmorean Weekly Newspaper, true local coverage of Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding neighborhoods, published since 1893. It was a perfect night for high school football as the 2-0 Panthers visited Filmarian Field to take on the 2-0 Mighty Green Raiders. After a penalty first down, number 5 James Fisher gets the call and goes around the right side for 11 yards and 2nd and 4. 4 plays later, number 8 Ben Milligan sweeps left with the backfield leading the charge for 20 yards. And 2 plays later, number 32 Shane Green goes up the gut, breaks 2 tackles, and finds nothing but green as he runs 41 yards for the score. Haven up 7-zip. But the Raiders have a solid attack and go to the air as number 12 Ryan Carroll finds number 9 Gene D'Amico, who makes the catch and splits 2 defenders for 16 yards, which brings us to tonight's first Play the Game.
Shotgun look for a wildcat look, and Solomon takes the snap, looking for a receiver. He'll be buried in the backfield. Quinkel crashing in hard, makes the stop.
2 plays later, with Ridley at 4th and 11, Carroll goes back to pass, sees no one open, and begins to take off to the gap, but number 73 Paul Oblick grabs Carroll and slings him down for a 1-yard loss, ending the drive. But after a quick Haven possession and short punt, Ridley takes over at the Haven 36 as Carroll finds a wide-open number 45 Connor Kelly, who breaks 1 tackle and scrambles for 13 yards and into the end zone for 6 points. We're all tied up 7-7. Back and forth we go until the middle of the second quarter as Haven goes to the air as number 3 Caden Schuster finds Green for 26 yards down to the 3. Fisher gets the call and hits a Ridley wall at the 1, but 2nd and 3rd efforts gets him into the end zone for 6 more points. Haven takes the lead back 14-7. In the Raiders' next play from scrimmage, Kelly picks his hole and goes almost untouched for 45 yards to the Haven 25. But the Panthers' D stiffens up, and on 4th and 12, Carroll falls back, but gets smothered by number 89 Alexi Gustafson and number 81 Jahai Curtis for an 8-yard loss, ending the drive. Haven is looking to stretch the lead as Schuster sees Fisher open, but just leads him a tad too much, and the ball falls to the ground. But 2 plays later, Green gets the call again and breaks 2 tackles and turns on the Jets to race 61 yards for another score, ending the first half. Panthers go into the half up 21-7. Ridley gets the ball first in the second half, and with 3rd and 3 as Kelly goes left but gets hammered as Gustafson and number 15 Luke Mulhern close the door for a 2-yard loss, forcing the punt. Haven is facing 1st and 16 after a penalty, but Milligan doesn't care as he runs left, hugs his lineman, and finds daylight for 15 yards. 3 plays later, Green goes into the belly of the beast and keeps his legs moving, breaks numerous tackles, and forces himself into the end zone for 6 points. Haven is closing the door 28-7, which brings us to tonight's final Play of the Game as number 15 Luke Mulhern steps in for an injured Caden Schuster at quarterback.
3rd down and about 7. Mulhern with a long count's going to keep it himself under heavy pressure. Going to turn upfield, eyes downfield, fires, complete to Jahai Curtis, and Curtis on the run with a terrific catch.
Haven opens the 4th quarter with a 15-play time-killing drive, but on 4th and goal from the 1, a muff snap forces a fumble, ending the drive. No matter as the Panthers go home undefeated with their 3rd win, 28-7. Shane Green once again led the rushing attack with 16 carries for 157 yards and 3 touchdowns. He also led the defense with 11 tackles, 3 unassisted. Jahai Curtis had a 26-yard reception and had 10 tackles on defense, 2 tackles for a loss, and a sack. And Matt Steyer was perfect again with 4 extra-point kicks. Next week, the Panthers have their first home game as they take on the Radnor Raptors. Check back with us again next week for a new edition of HavenFootball.net's Play the Game.